Jessie B Scrapbooking back with another process video. This one is for 30 days of sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. And here is this first sketch that we are going to be doing. It is absolutely beautiful. It says right on top who it's by. I couldn't read it fast enough. This is a layout about my husband and my son, and this was actually taken on Father's Day. Let's get going. So here is the paper pad I'm going to be using, and this month I do not have a kit that I'm going to be using. I'm just going to take pictures that I have put together and use a paper pad and pull all my papers from it. I'm actually doing most of these videos several weeks ahead of time because there is so many of them. I wanted to make sure I was able to get some of them done. So this layout actually I did in the first week in January. So yeah. I had no kit set up for then and for this month. So we are going to use paper pads for each layout. All right, so I picked out my papers and I am going to be matting this beautiful picture behind on this gray. Sorry about my hat. And I really love the way this turns out. It actually goes way more to the green side of all these papers. And I'm thinking that could be because the sketch is green. I have a hard time with when I'm using sketches, if they're in color, I gravitate towards that color. But that's okay because there's so much green in this picture that it works out. So, okay, just a second, I gotta sneeze. Excuse me, sorry. So I decided to go with this white paper with this little bit of a leaf print on it for my background. I just think this paper is beautiful, and I think it makes a really nice background. It's subtle enough that it isn't overpowering, but yet it's not plain white either, and I didn't want a plain white. So now I'm going to use this little scrap of wood grain here, and I'm going to make just that little bit of a half mat over top of this green, I don't even know what pattern that is, diamond pattern, but it's more like a lattice pattern. I think that's it. And now I'm coming in with all these tags. I used 2 or 3 pre-made tags, and then I make 2 or 3 tags out of the paper that I have here. And I just really think that these tags just turned out really cute. And that one tag on the top there, not the top, the second one down that I've already laid down, I actually don't use that tag, but I use another one. So I'm just making all these pretty much the same. The links end up becoming a little bit different, and not a whole lot, but just enough where it isn't all uniformed. And I really do like the size of these tags that I'm using, and I have no idea where I got these tags. I have a whole drawer full of them, not drawer, baggie full of them, and I really like them. Right now I have them flipped over onto the B side, but yeah, that's where I decide, oh wait, I actually like the other side. It's a little bit more bold, so I'm flipping those over, and so I use those 2 tags there, and then I'm going to punch holes in the other ones and then make the holes bigger on the little ones because they had tiny little holes, and I don't have that little of a hole punch. But to do that, I had to shorten all the tags just a tiny bit to get my hole punch to fit down onto the existing hole and go over top of it. And so I do that, and then I end up, yeah, trimming all of the tags down just a tiny bit. And it doesn't, yeah, it doesn't lose anything in that. So here's where I'm just punching my holes, and then I will put a hole reinforcer on each of the 3 tags that I make. So, and there you go. They're going to be something kind of like that. And here's my hole reinforcer. These I just picked up at either Walmart or Staples. They're just out in the office supplies. I can color them if I wanted to, but these ones I decided just to leave white. And yeah, so here I am deciding to go ahead and adhere everything down. I really, really like, it's funny because when this green paper was a whole 12 by 12, I didn't like it at all. I thought it was quite ugly. But taking little bits of it like this, I end up really, really liking it. So I got all my tags cut down, but as you can see, I made sure I didn't cut them all the same length. I kind of staggered them so that they were all just a little bit different lengths, but not majorly. So I'm getting this wood grain hooked down or stuck down, and then I end up deciding that it's not square and I redo it, but that's okay. You'll see that later. So I'm just putting adhesive on the bottom of these tags because I know I'm going to want to put a twine through the holes, so I don't want to glue the holes down. So I'm just gluing the bottoms down, and then I was debating the idea of putting another strip there since that one is so thin, but I didn't like the dark color. It was not right. So here's where I'm going to actually line up that wood grain and my mat, or my cutting mat, self-healing mat, there it is, and get it all squared, and I'm happy with that. Then I go through my, I have a drawer full of fussy cut papers, and this blue flowers were part of that. And so I thought that they worked perfect. They're have the green on it to go with the little bit of green in the color scheme here, but it has the blue, so they pop off. And then that one beautiful tag has a lot of yellow on it. I end up covering most of that up. It's not an actual yellow, it is a green yellow, except for the tag reinforcing hole is very yellow. So yeah, it stands out quite a bit. So I end up covering it up with flowers. So here I am just sticking all these flowers down. I am going to pop some up on foam, leave others flat, and I think these little clusters work out perfect because this is a Father's Day layout, so I figured it could be definitely springy because, you know, June, and my guys are standing out in the front yard with the trees behind them, and I thought it just worked perfect. It doesn't make it look girly, I don't think, at all. Okay, so while I'm putting all this down, I want to remind you this is a hop, and it is a huge hop. There is so many people playing along, and it is just so much fun. This is actually my fourth time playing along. I'm not sure. But I do know that I started playing along by myself, just, you know, at home and stuff, when she was clear back on 30 Days of Sketches number 5. And then after 5, so yeah, I've done 6, 7, 8, and this is 9. This is my 4th time playing along. And it's so much fun. I look forward to it every time she says, "Oh, we're doing it." And yeah, so make sure you check out everybody else that is playing along. There is a ton. So, um, yeah, take your time, go through the lists, and just enjoy all the inspiration that is out there. Okay, so these green and white flowers were actually part of a packaging on, I think, might have been stamps, or I don't know, it was something that I got in the mail, and I seen them on the package, and I just loved them, so I fussy cut them out. And I think that they work perfect with this photo. And then those two little leaves are just extra leaves that I ended up stamping at one time and cut out, and I decided to add them in as well. And that just brings in a little bit of black and white to it, and I think it just looks really nice. But I wasn't happy with my bottom cluster here, so I end up moving just a couple things around in it. Um, I felt like that back flower, that green and white flower, was too staggered funny, right, with the big blue flower in the front. So I just moved everything just a tiny bit, and I like that a lot better. So now I'm bringing in my alphas. I got these at the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to write Father's Day, and that's just going to be my title. I actually am not going to do any journaling on this because there isn't really a lot to say. My son was like, "Oh, happy Father's Day, Dad. Can we get a picture together?" And that was it. So we went outside, took a picture right before church, and I love the way this picture turned out. So yeah, Father's Day was spent at church, and then we came home and cooked him a nice dinner, and it was pretty simple, but it was a nice day. So I used these letters. They're also from the Dollar Tree, and to do day in lowercase. So father is in uppercase, and then day is in lowercase. And I happen to have the right letters, and it's actually a multicolored pack of letters, and I happen to have three of them in the green in the right letters. So I thought that worked out perfect. And then I fussy cut these butterflies, and they're from a paper pad, an old paper pad. And I've had these butterflies for a long time. I love them. And I used a lot of the green, mint green, and the um, pinks in my wedding album. And so now I'm using this more limey green on here. And I think that these work out just perfect. I just really think these butterflies add some movement to the whole page. I will come in with some a twine here. I'm going to use both those colors. I'm going to use the yellow in all the homemade tags, and then that aqua blue in the two pre-made tags. And there wasn't really a reason why I chose which ways they go, other than I was just doing every other one. And I like that yellow in there because it does help that one tag not stand out quite so much. And I know in the sketch there's no twine in the tag holes, but you know, everyone knows you can't have naked tag holes. Ask Sandy, she'll tell you. Okay, so I get that done, and now I'm going to come in with some of my drills, and I'm putting little gold butterfly trails down. And these, actually, the gold is fingernail art jewels, and then I do come back in with the drills and do green clusters in all three clusters. So I do one at the top, one at the bottom right, and then one at the title. And I put some green yeah, they're those scattery bits. But right now, like I said, I'm doing the gold butterfly trails, and I really like the way that looks. I figured there was gold, so much gold in that background paper that I needed to bring it in someplace else. So I figured the butterfly trails were a perfect spot for it. And then I end up using, I think, 2 different colors of these drills around the clusters. I used a nice dark one in this side, and then I go more of a pea color on the dark green, just so that you could actually see it. Otherwise, that green was a perfect match, and you wouldn't have seen them at all. So I'm just bringing in some more of that pea or lime green color, and I really like the way that this turns out. So I will be back tomorrow with the second sketch, and yeah, make sure you check everybody else out. If you like this one, please give me a thumbs up. If you are new to my channel and you like what you see, please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.